Wednesday, and Levi and I are sitting in the parking lot of Target, which is right here. Sonic is right here beside us. We are down in Houston, downtown Houston, down by the medical. We're a mile and a half from the medical complex where we dropped Debbie this morning. I hate driving Houston. And then today it was like a double down hate because it rained. So it was raining and I was driving Houston and the traffic is just crazy. Praise God, Miss GPS lady told me to take the HOV lane. Still don't get how she even knows there's more than one person in this car. But she told me to take HOV. So I took HOV, and it was really nice because you exit off and everybody else is going and you're just going this way. You're right along beside them, but you're in your own little spot and there's nobody behind and nobody in front, and you're just moving. And you know, I was able to go about 55. I'm not going to drive fast in the rain. I kept it about 55, sometimes 50. And then all of a sudden we had 3 miles until we took the exit to wherever she was, to bring us here. And which was already weird to me because it was saying that I was going to take a Jackson or exit. And I was like, well, normally I'm on 59 or 69 and all the way until I take the Fannin exit. So I didn't know why she was taking me on that exit, but I guess I figured it out because there was an accident. And I don't know how an accident involves 2 things, because the main lanes that were over there all running were sitting still, but there's those concrete dividers running down the side. Actually I'm in between 2 of them with just one single lane HOV. But we ended up being stopped too. 3 miles before we had to do the exit, we were at a complete sitting still, and the main lanes were all sitting still too. So it took a little bit longer. She took us through downtown and some areas that I'd never been. Debbie had never been either, which we could see some really pretty architecture because some of those old buildings are just awesome. And then some of them, when you get down the artsy parts, you start seeing where they've done the big murals on the sides of the walls, and that's always awesome to see. Just artists it's just amazing. But anyway, she was 10 minutes late, so couldn't help it. It was just couldn't be helped. And then Levi said he wanted something to drink, so we come to Sonic because it's only, like I said, it's a mile and a half from the medical center, and Target's here. And Kroger is about half a mile back toward the medical center. So this is kind of, I'm not gonna say my stomping ground, but this is kind of where I come when we've brought her. We used to just go in and sit, but it just got kind of boring to always sit inside the hospital. So now we just stay in the car, and I can drive, and we can look at some things, and I go through a car wash. There's a I can't remember what that car wash is, Becco. It's not the one I have because I subscribe to one car wash. I have the sticker on my car, but this one's different. But if you're just down here and you're trying to kill time, I've used it a couple of times. Anyway, I just thought I would kill some time while I'm sitting here. It's a little colder, I thought, after the rain stopped. When I put the window down a while ago, I thought it was kind of colder than it was when I left the house. And I know we're supposed to slowly get colder. We're supposed to warm up for a couple of days, and then that Arctic stuff comes down. And all I can do is my heart just goes out to the ones that are still living in the mountains. Even, my heart goes out to the people in California too. But you don't want to say, but at least, because it sounds like you don't care. These are 2 catastrophes that have happened on 2 sides of our United States. One over here with fires and one over here with a flood, and now the weather is bringing in. They've always had the cold. I mean, that's where they live. That's what they if you live there, you must love it there. So I always said, well, if they're going to give it, if Jesus is God's going to pass us down this cold, he needs to, at cold and rain, he needs to make it into snow. So at least it gives us something pretty to look at. I read, remember I was talking about how sloppy it is, that mud and muck all around. Now, so I was going to get David to bring some sand. Might even get, before that, I might even get Daniel to go get a couple of loads back off the river. But I read that you can put lime down and it soaks up the water and it sort of solidifies the muck. Now, I don't know if that's true, but I read that because I actually Googled what's a good way to get rid of the mud and muck in your feedlot. And that's what it said, lime. Then there was a video of a man, there was actually several videos, but this one man showed how it's all sprinkled out. And a little bit later when he was walking, he didn't do all that sinking down in the nastiness. And then the lime was going to kill all the bugs and stuff like that want to live in that mess. And so I just thought, well, so I did a order at Tractor Supply for porter for today, pick up today, although it was ready yesterday because I did it earlier in the afternoon. For 5 bags, I think 4 or 5 bags of lime. And if the rain is through for a few days, then I'm going to when I get home, take my tractor, my lawnmower, and go around and see if I can't load it, because I don't know, it says it's 50-pound bags, so I have to load them on my lawnmower. It's gonna be cold, but then just sprinkle it in that mess and see if I can't dry some of that up. Because what's right now is, like, I don't have to walk out there if I don't have to, because I can feed Molly across the fence, all right, and her feed. But the goats, to get into the side barn, they're walking through that mud and that nastiness to come in through their little gate to come into the goat house. And when I go and unlock it and open it and they start running in, they are just splashing mud and nastiness up on me because they're running and they're flopping through it. So I'm thinking, well, I need to really, it's all going to help. It's going to help some when I get the gutters on the side of the barn. I'm going to do them on both sides. This side over there on the yard side is going to be hard because I've got that doorway that where Katie comes in and out and how I go in and out. That's going to kind of be in the way of a gutter. But the other side, we don't use the other side like that. It's a solid wall now for the goats. So I throw a gutter down there for sure and get a tank, some kind of a barrel for it to go in. And that'll stop the runoff. But that's not, it's going to stop the runoff because what's running down now hits the ground, then it runs into, it keeps running toward the back of the property, which puts it out there in that muddy muck stuff. So just rain is not going to help, but the rain is just going to continue to come down where it comes down and makes things muddy. But if there's gutters, all that accumulation coming off the building will be diverted into a bucket instead of running along the ground. So that's what, I feel like I've got a little bit of a raspy in my voice this morning. Anyway, I'm going to do that when I get home if it's not raining. Put that out there and really see how that works. And regardless, I still want to have something brought. I would love to have like some really good rock or something, but some sand first. Sand so there's good drainage. And then maybe some kind of a small rock. Where that, in the summer it's hard as a rock there, where that gate is that I can go through. Right there at the corner where the goats come in, there's the big gate. you can't use that right now for anything. If I was to open that gate and try to drive through there and something, I would be stuck up to my eyeballs in that mess. But he's going to sleep, I guess. Snoring. Are you snoring, baby?
Yes, on the KFC way home.
I know you want KFC on the way home.
It's been good.
I know. Anyway, I'm going to do that when I get home and see how that does. I don't know if it's going to do good or not. And then eventually I'll get some sand there and maybe even later some kind of gravel that'll make it nicer. And then if I have to, I'll pour some kind of a small slab where the goats come in and out of their barn at into their shop, and so they're always on concrete there. I don't know. To figure out something, because I can't stand open that door. I try to move back as fast as I can, because when they're waiting to come in to eat, when they know I've got food in their bowl now, and so they're waiting, and I have to make them move because the gate opens out. Then they all come running in, and they're constantly little flakes of stuff, and it's just like, ugh, it's flopping up on me. So gotta get that done. Anyway, I'm gonna go.
You want to pick up Debbie?
Well, she hasn't messaged yet, but I'm gonna I'm gonna try to answer some comments from this morning's video. And then we will check with y'all later. All right, see you in a little bit. All right, I'm home. Well, we're home. I done changed, got out of clothes. I got him that at KFC, that $10 fill up or $10 fuel up. I don't know. He called it something. That's what I got him. I'd gotten him pizza not before last, but that's when he went to John John's and to visit, and he had pizza there, so I just had a piece of that when we got home. And it's just rainy. It rained on us on our way home, and it's just rainy out there now. But gonna have to, if it don't stop, I'm gonna be feeding up in the rain. Got a pimple right here. I've been messing with it. Anyway, guess I'm gonna go. You guys, I hope everybody's getting ready for the cold that's coming. And y'all try to stay warm and do your best to get through it. We've had some cold for a long time now, longer than we normally. I mean, we get those little off and on 2 or 3 day colds, and then it goes away and we're back in the 70s and stuff. But that hasn't happened in the last couple of weeks. So, and now we're fixing to get another big shot of cold. So you guys take care, and I'll see you on the next one. God bless y'all. Katie, I'm trying to do a video.